Have you ever felt just completely stuck in one area of your life? Perhaps you even came across the concept of the law of attraction, the idea that our thoughts creates our reality. You may have tried to use different law of attraction techniques to shift your mindset around this subject or this area of your life, and yet maybe you had difficulty seeing results from this. I personally experienced this myself. In fact, I came to learn about the law of attraction many years ago when I was deeply unhappy with a lot of different areas of my life. And like many people, I began to try to put it to use. I meditated, I said affirmations, I tried to visualize my ideal self. And while I do believe all of those techniques can be really powerful, I also believe from my own experience and through talking with others that without addressing the subconscious mind, the deeper levels of our energy field, what is going on beneath the surface of our conscious thoughts, all of these techniques can be useless for some of us when it comes to certain areas of our lives. And the reason I say this is because many people, like myself, have had these negative, unconscious belief patterns. Now, a belief is just a thought you keep thinking, a thought you consistently think until it becomes solidified in the subconscious mind. But these beliefs sometimes aren't even our own. Sometimes these beliefs are thoughts that we kept thinking because we were surrounded by them. They were environmental. So we weren't the ones generating that thought or creating that belief. It was simply handed down to us or programmed into us in some way. So the question arises, how do we reprogram or deprogram those negative belief patterns that are rooted in our subconscious mind that are holding us back from manifesting in all areas of our lives? And this is where subliminals come into play. Subliminal, the word itself, subliminal, means below the threshold of our conscious awareness. So although most people use subliminals to refer to subliminal audio tracks, technically a subliminal can also be visual. It can be any stimuli in your environments that is picked up by your subconscious mind, even though your conscious mind may not be fully aware of that stimuli. So, subliminal audio tracks contain spoken affirmations, much like the affirmations we would say aloud to ourselves in the mirror. So, for example, if you would say affirmations like, I am happy, I am fulfilled, I am worthy, in a subliminal audio track, these affirmations would still be there. However, as you listen to them, your conscious mind wouldn't be able to clearly, fully interpret them. Sometimes it can still hear them, but subliminals are meant to be played at a low volume so that your conscious mind can't fully interpret every word of the affirmations, if that makes sense. And the effect of this is these affirmations are actually able to bypass the conscious filter of the mind. Because the thing about our mind is it can be essentially divided into two parts, the conscious and the subconscious. Now, the conscious mind is actually what we are working with when we do traditional spoken affirmations, when we visualize actively, when we try to kind of force this vision of ourselves or our lives into our mind. We are usually doing so through the conscious mind. Now, the problem with this is 95% of our thoughts are actually subconscious. Now, the law of attraction talks about how our thoughts creates our reality. And to a large extent, this is very true because the consistency of our thoughts both conscious and subconscious, creates a vibration around us that draws to us similar things representing that vibration. So when we are vibrating at a frequency of love, for example, we become magnetic for positive interactions and conversations and communication and other people that begin to reflect that identical frequency of love that is within us. The problem is, imagine that you are telling your conscious mind, I am lovable, I am loved. But because of something that happened in your childhood, perhaps you had experiences of feeling unloved by your parents. And as a result of this, in the subconscious mind, which is 95% of your thoughts, you now have this program of, I am unlovable, I am unworthy of love. What happens here is, as you set about trying to use the law of attraction to program your mind to attract more love into your life, you are essentially canceling out those positive efforts with these subconscious belief systems implanted in your mind that you may not even be fully aware of. This is what I found in my life in many different areas of my life, specifically when it came to finding my purpose and being confident enough to share my passion and my purpose with other people. I tried implanting that program of confidence, of life fulfillment through the conscious mind, but subconsciously, I still felt so deeply unworthy. And I had this very deep-seated, unconfident, limiting belief pattern. So for me personally, when my life completely began to transform is when I started meditating with subliminals, because subliminals, as I mentioned earlier, are able to bypass that conscious filter of the mind, because what the conscious mind can't hear, it doesn't have the ability to reject. So this is why subliminal affirmations are so powerful, because the conscious mind can't clearly interpret all of the affirmations, which allows them to bypass the conscious mind and make deeper, more lasting impressions on that subconscious mind, which again is 95% of our thoughts and therefore our energy field. Now, subliminals are not a new concept. In fact, in 1957, a man by the name of James Vicary conducted these really famous experiments. These were movie theater experiments where he ran visual subliminal ads, meaning that the audience couldn't consciously see the advertisement because it was flashed on the screen in the middle of the movie so quickly that the conscious mind couldn't pick it up. But the subconscious mind did see the ads and was affected by them so profoundly that it actually radically increased sales of popcorn and Coca-Cola from these subliminal advertisements. You can look up these experiments. They truly are so fascinating because they show us that subliminals work in marketing, meaning that our subconscious mind is capable of picking up, and not just picking up, but literally taking action unconsciously on ideas that are planted into it outside of the awareness of the conscious mind. Marketers are well aware of subliminals and the power of subliminals, which is why so many of us who are in today's day and age subject to so much bombardment of marketing from so many different sources. This is why so many of us pick up these limiting beliefs of unworthiness, because many companies and corporations would have us to feel unworthy about ourselves, our bodies, our lives, so that we purchase a specific product in order to feel as though we are improving that area of our lives. This is really most profound in the cosmetics industry and the clothing industry when it comes to women feeling a lack of confidence in the way they look facially, in the way that their body looks or feels. This feeling of unworthiness in our bodies collectively as women is very beneficial. This subliminal advertisement subliminal marketing that tells us we aren't worthy as we are, then naturally motivates us unconsciously to purchase these sorts of products. And this applies to all areas of our life, not just advertising, marketing, and corporations, but literally in any area of life. When it comes to our own health and fitness, many of us tend to feel stuck in a rut where we know exactly what to do to improve ourselves, but we just feel as though we are being held back by these invisible binds that always seem to keep us stuck. Usually when we have this feeling of stuckness, being stuck in a rut, this is a very strong indication we are coming up against a limiting belief stored within our subconscious that is actually keeping us from creating, attracting, or manifesting that change in our lives. So using subliminals is a really powerful way to radically reprogram your subconscious mind and begin to quite literally become magnetic for what it is you desire in life. So I personally saw the greatest changes, the most rapid changes in my life when I meditated with a 7-chakra clearing subliminal that I created. This subliminal is designed to clear out very common programs of limiting beliefs from each of the 7 main energy centers in the body, which we think of as the 7 chakra centers. So this specific subliminal is now available through my subliminal site, soundandsoulful.com. This website truly is my soul's passion project because just as subliminals have transformed my life, I am now able to create and share them with others to assist you in shifting your life as well. So as you can see on the screen, on this website, I've created over 100 subliminals for all areas of life. So I have subliminals for physical appearance changes, for mood shifts like happiness and confidence, for business success, for material manifestations, for love and relationships, and so much more. And you can actually access and use any of these subliminals I've created completely free for 7 days by creating a free trial account on my website. So all of that information, as well as the exact 7-chakra clearing subliminal I used to transform my own life, is linked in the pinned comment and description box under this video. Thank you so much for tuning into this podcast. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to subscribe to this channel, join our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. Have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day, and I will talk to you again in the next podcast.